What's up, everybody? I'm just hanging out, waiting for people to come. Hey, what's happening? TH3D studio in the house. Brian Vines, how's it going? Oh, I forgot about the community catch up tonight. Dang it. I'm gonna have to watch that tomorrow, probably. Can you guys hear me okay? That's right, Eccentric Nut. How you doing? You guys can hear me okay? Hopefully. All right. Good. Go Pack Go. That's right. Tim, I was just gonna text you and chat you or tell you I was on. I just reached out to Luke as well to see if he wanted to jump on, but I didn't realize I totally forgot the community catch up just jumped on at 8 o'clock as well. Ryan is just throwing the highs out to everybody. Life is good. Life is good. Just got done getting everything ready to start shipping everybody's prizes. I had to wait. I got everybody's stuff together, and then if it was digital, I sent the person's name to the company, and that should be handled. I believe I already sent out everybody for TH3D. Hopefully, oh nice, you got the email notification. Hopefully, people actually ordered, Tim. That would be awesome. That's funny, Jake from State Farm. A couple people said that. I'm gonna have to watch the community catch up tomorrow. I just thought I'd jump on for a little bit, maybe an hour, and we'll figure it out. Brian, I've been seeing all over. He was on Willie's 3D earlier today. We were both on that. Let me just fix this here. I have it sitting up in my office today instead of down by the stuff, and I see I have a big glare from my glasses here. Community catch up. It's if you look up community catch up on YouTube, it's another channel. Pooch from Repcord and a couple other people have a show over there that they do, and I totally forgot it was tonight. So I even had the notification on my phone and I forgot. That's funny. So Luke, Luke might jump on if he's actually home today, so he's not sure if his wife has plans for him or not. But maybe we'll shoot him the stream. How's it going, everybody? Just hanging. Chris, how you doing? That's right. It's every 2 weeks on Wednesday nights. I should have remembered that. That's a good show. I like the show over there. I usually catch most people's shows. I work IT, so during the day I just throw an earbud in that's wireless, and you can't see it behind this hair, and I just listen to everybody's YouTube channels or watch their shows while I'm sitting and working. So it actually works out pretty well. Tim, let me know if you want to jump in as well. I have it in the Google chats here. So, like I said, I just thought I'd do this randomly at the last minute, and I can shoot you the link if you want. I did want to, like I said, give an update for shipping, just so everybody knows where I'm working on shipping. I believe I got everybody. I'm missing one person. I'm trying to get a hold of them, but I believe I got everybody's stuff to start shipping, and we'll hopefully start doing that today or this weekend, pretty soon. I own another business and I work full time as well, so it's been really busy. If you saw my what was it? I can't even remember what I posted it on. Oh, Instagram. This past Saturday, I took a picture of my DJ setup, and I think I have room for a printer. I thought that would be pretty awesome to throw a printer there. And while I'm printing, it would be fun to throw a printer there and print. Oh, sweet! I just got your chats, Tim. That looks good. So there we go. The only problem is I didn't even think about it. I don't have my headphones. Might have to grab headphones if I want to see everybody, but I'll get over that. Or if I want to hear everybody, I mean, might have to run and get them. Yeah. Hey, you never know. We could try. Rick, how you doing? I just checked the Facebook messages. That looks good. Moving the shop right now, then I won't bother you, but it looks good, Tim. I love it. Frame. Oh, on the Dual Z. Nice. Last I checked, I think they had everything. They're just waiting for belts. Right, Tim? they're moving everything literally as we speak. That's awesome. Oh, there you go. Brian, that's a good idea. Oh, you have the belts. That's awesome. Well, I imagine you guys have been working hard. I mean, just from the pictures and the updates you've been giving us, you guys have been working hard to get in that new shop. So I imagine any new R&D or any of that stuff is kind of put on hold until you get yourself in that shop, which is perfectly understandable. That's going to be sweet when you're in there. I might have to make another appearance. um, Caleb, he is editing that video. Actually, it should be up pretty quick, whether maybe a day or two here, and he is having a lot of fun with it. In his words, I didn't want to see a preview. I want to be surprised when I see it. Nice. Yeah, we saw this. I saw the stream earlier, and well, what like I said, while I was working, I was watching the stream with the TiVo Tornado. I think if I remember right, you were going to do a two-color swap or something. Or you're going to print with printed material, printed filament, right? Later, Tim. Have fun moving. Shoot me a chat later. I'd love to see the progress. It's awesome, man. Thank you for popping in for a second too, taking time to do that. time for a frame a unified branch of 2.032 so I don't have to run a stupid BL Dodge. That's funny. Yeah, he's moving, as he said, they're moving everything into the shop. He's been working really hard to get everything into that new spot. So, no problem, Brian. Totally get it. My wife went to band practice, and as you can see, this is our office, and like this half is my side, and that half is her side. So it's funny when I sit here, all you see is her stuff, her stuff in the background. That's cool. And I think if I remember right, you're in Wisconsin too. Um, I think it's Willie's 3D. I don't remember your real name though. Thank you. Hey, I'd put a wreath up. My wife would love a wreath, actually. I might have to go take Tim's. That's funny. Too funny. Let's see what we got cooking here. It's so weird that my stream is just okay. Hopefully it looks okay to you guys. I'm plugged straight in, and I run 300 megs down, and I don't know, I'm getting about 14 up. You think that'd be okay for a little 720 stream? Direct wired in, But oh, nice. And I'm up here in West Bend myself. And there are actually a couple people on the chat last week on the giveaway were from West Bend as well. Ah, there you go, Willie. That is your real name. Chris. I think, since Tim popped out, I don't know if he'll watch this again, but it would be fair. Oh, that's right. You're in Evansville. I don't know if it would be if he'll watch it now, but I really think we should all just start sending him wreaths. Cool projects in the Bay of Stink. In the Bay of Stink, I don't know what that means. But let's see. Cool projects. Yeah. Hey, no problem. In Maine. Nice. We do have some cool stuff coming up. I have yesterday or last night, a friend of mine and I got to go up and check out the Coex shop. So if you ever heard of Coex, hey Red Light, how's it going? If you ever heard of Coex Filament, we were up there. They're in Appleton, Wisconsin here. And it was really cool to see how it all made and kind of see where they came from. And I did take the camera up, so that will hopefully be a video coming up soon. But if you have not checked out Coex, when that video drops, I'll have a 15% discount. And their filament is so nice. That's what Tim uses. Pretty much, I believe that's what Tim uses on all his parts and everything as well. The stuff prints like butter. It's so nice. Yeah, that is funny, Shane. Hopefully, everybody got my email. That I did get their emails, and it's been one of those crazy weeks ever since the stream. I worked Friday and Saturday at my other job or my business, and then Sunday we had plans with some friends finally to relax and hang out, and then I've been going nonstop at my day job. Has been pretty crazy, and so yeah, I'm working on the shipping stuff. I will get it all out. I know some of it is in some of it's out of the country, which is okay too. Yeah. I did get I have a spreadsheet now with everybody's addresses and all that stuff. So I got procured enough boxes, I think, for everything. And I'm just gonna get it all and get it out. It's funny, Willie. Nice. There is some funny emails to me. Like, this is who I am. This is what I go by with my friends, and this is my real name and stuff like that. Is pretty funny. But yeah, so I think I did shoot Luke a chat in case he wanted to jump on. If you guys had any questions for him, he's gonna see. He's almost home. He was still working, and he's gonna see if he can jump on or not, which is cool. But I think other cool stuff coming up. I have a friend of mine who kind of got me into 3D printing. Has an Ender 3 that's primarily stuck, just a couple of upgrades on it already. But we're going to do some good filming for a couple of good videos for that. And then while we're doing it, we're going to be upgrading his in the process, which is cool. Hoping, crossing my fingers for, I'm going to start working on an Ender 5 soon. That'll be cool. Eccentric Nut laughs. I know why you're laughing. It's hilarious. Rick says, that's funny, Rick. What else is coming up? I do have some other videos that I need to get done. I have a list. So if you guys ever have ideas, drop them in the comments or email me. The email's on the YouTube channel. just jim@theedgeoftech.com. And I'll always take suggestions. And if I can get them made, I'll definitely do it. I think the biggest thing is time. It's wedding season now, and so I gotta hit these not during the weekends anymore, because usually my weekends are shot during wedding season. But hopefully I sound okay. I got this new microphone here that's just out of frame, and it's one of those Blue Yeti microphones. And Matt, that would be awesome, by the way. And I'm kind of sitting far back. It's probably a couple feet from my face here, and I don't know. I'm hoping it's okay, but it looks like it's okay on my side. But I found this this Blue Yeti. It's on Craigslist. Some dude's selling it for $50, and I was like, that sounds like a good deal. I'm in. I like the community wreath print. That would be awesome. If we know anybody who could work with me and slice that into like pieces, we can make that happen. I'm in. I could set it all up, and kind of like they did with the duck and with the alien and stuff like that. We could like send out pieces to people, and then they could send them back to me. Send out the STL files and then have them sent back to me or something. Willie, that's a good question. Sunday mornings, depending on what time, are usually okay, depending on the day and the time. But usually I work, if I'm working, it's usually late Saturday night. So that's why I said depending on the time. You sound hideous. Well, I just let you know I'm not wearing khakis today. Sorry. Later. Later, Jake. I just saw that. So did you guys anybody catch Narice's? I know I do know a few of you did catch Narice's stream. I caught that earlier. That was cool. Yeah. Any other good questions? Any other fun things you want to run by me? I know the community wreath sounds great. Like I'm telling you, if we can find someone who can slice this, I'm in. Let's make this happen. That would be awesome. We'll just print this giant, like, I don't know, 6-foot wreath or something. Put it all together, and then later, Matt. Put it all together, and then I'll deliver it down myself. I'll bring it down in my truck. I could bring it down there and just hang it on his door. I'm sure Samantha will let me in, and just to hang a wreath. That'd be funny. Rick, gotcha. He did a replacement magnetic surface on a printer. It didn't seem the magnet was very good. And the magnet wasn't very good, and the surface wasn't very good. He didn't like it at all. I do have a couple more of those. At least one more of those videos to do too. I did that Easy Mat video. I got to tell you, I've been printing on the Easy Mat on one of my enders. I put it on a piece of glass like I showed in the video. And man, it is awesome, but it sticks so good. It is definitely not coming loose most of the. I mean, like, you got to pull the stuff off or get a scraper underneath. Yes, a benchy wreath. That would be funny. I think he likes Kira, Ben, but the issue was, man, this glare in my glass is bad. The issue with Kira was when we tried to print that test cube, it was coming out abnormal on one of the walls. And when you're trying to get your flow rate and you're measuring all 4 walls, one of the walls was consistently wrong. And so it was throwing, it threw your flow rate off. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe that'll help. Sit up a little more and not glare as much. But yeah, so basically, you have to just ignore the wall that's crazy off because for whatever reason in Kira, it's kind of funky that way. But I believe he uses Kira. All of his tutorials are in Kira, and that's from what I know. Trying to guess what I have for a day job. That's funny. I am IT. I work IT for a big hospital group. So it's fun most of the time. Wham Bam, I've never tried it. I put in for, I got the CNC, if I could say it all together. I have that Rostock Max V4, and Wham Bam had a thing that they wanted people to test it, but I shot my information over, but I haven't heard back. And I know Tim actually told me we could cut a sheet from what he has and put it on there too if I want. So that would be sweet. That's a good question, Matt. I don't know what it would take to slice either. Zillion Stream, hi, how you doing? Brian's back. I have not tried Idea Maker yet. And I have not tried either Slick 3R or Slicer, however you want to say it. I don't know what the real pronunciation is. I hear everybody saying different ways, but that's about it. I did hear the Prusa edition's pretty good, especially for the Prusas, right? Out here, if anyone's in the Wisconsin area, someone's trying to sell a brand new Prusa in the box, not even built yet, with a whole bunch of stuff with it. I think he wants like $800 or something. I found it on Craigslist. Nice. Slicer Prusa edition. Now, in that Prusa edition, do you have to build your own profile, or do they already have one for the Ender 3 in there, or any of the other printers? Right. It's like 2R. That's funny. I like 2R. That was pretty good. It's build your own. Okay. So you just go through and build everything through it. I don't know if you can hear it, but one of my birds is spazzing in the other room. Nice. I figured it was a typo. It was just funny. Yeah, he's just going. He must hear my voice, and he's just spazzing in there, being a little spaz. We have a small zoo here, so. Yeah, software side of things isn't bad. Getting to know it, like when like we all know I'm the new guy, right? So that's right, Brian. But just getting to know what all the settings do, that is the big thing, especially with Kira. There is so many settings, especially if you go show them all. But software, it's not too bad. Hardware is not too bad. It's just making it all work. I think just learning something brand new is where, yeah, that is a true story. But learning something brand new for anybody, even if you're mechanically inclined or have an IT background or anything, you might have an understanding, but trying to get it to, to do what you want to do is a different story. Kind of like golf. I know what I need to do, but I just suck. Yeah, you're right, Willie, on that one. And I'm not going to hang around too long. I just thought I'd pop in and say hi. This was a last minute decision, just kind of a random thing. Nice. That's funny. Now, Brian, if you had two earbuds, one on each, you could just listen to both, and that'd be funny. Yeah. How you doing, Daniel? Yeah, I'm on the PC support side of things, so I support all the hardware, image the PCs, get them all ready, install the software, that kind of thing. Um, I was a network admin before I went back to this company, but that's a good and bad thing. Bob, how you doing? Good, going good. Just hanging out for a few, updating people on the shipping, which is coming soon. Coming soon. Nice. Yeah, that would be funny. No, we use SCCM, so everything is run through imaging servers and all that happy stuff. We have roughly, I don't even know, 18,000 devices or something. It's a lot. Nice. I could not do the web development. It's very shaky with me. Programming, not so much. I do not have the patience to sit in front of a computer and program. Nice. Yeah, that glue is awesome. The polymer. I do have it coming. Actually, I should grab the whole um, the bag of it and show you that it's sweet. The way they sent it is pretty awesome. Kind of jealous because I don't get to keep one. I have the little sample, but this is like a bag of stuff. It's like a sealed pouch of stuff. It's pretty awesome. Um, no, I don't. I don't get to be the service desk. Luckily, in my position, people call into the service desk, and then that stuff gets funneled to me. So I don't have to tell them about their passwords. It's more like, "Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?" No. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Yes, the tiny text nano, right? A lot. Monitor, like, hey, my monitor's not working. Well, you didn't turn it on. There's a problem. And we get those quite often. Like all they have to do is press the button, and they didn't. But it is what it is. It's IT. If you get, I don't know how many people out there have seen it, but there's something called the IT Crowd. It's on Netflix. It's an English show, and it is hilarious. I think there's only like 3 seasons or something. And yeah, exactly, Brian. But yeah, if you have not seen the IT Crowd and you want to laugh, and you like IT, like in general, um, especially if you're in IT, you'll laugh a lot. But if you're not, it's just really funny humor. It's called the IT Crowd. We should put a little Netflix symbol like right here. No, but yeah, it's just hanging. It's Wednesday. I'm anxiously awaiting Friday. I got shows Friday, and I have another. I show Friday, another wedding Saturday. But you hit it on the head right there, Sean. I probably should get a sign that says that and throw it in my office, but it's more like the cave. We're in the basement. That's funny. I'm unable to send emails. Hmm. Interesting. Sounds like you just sent me one. Yeah, the software side of things is cool. I'm kind of what I always say. We're kind of like the master, or what jack of all trades, master of none. We have so much software in our environment, but we don't focus in. We don't master any of them. We just install it, make sure it works, and that's what we do. And then if they need, more assistance, they go to somebody else. Yeah, I believe it, Sean. I believe it. You got me by a while. I've only been it's like 10 years, 11 years. 11 years I've been in IT. I was a late comer. It's like mid 20s, and I was like, all right, I need to do something with my life. And IT was it. Surprise. Kind of, Brian. I mean, if they can get into it, and then I don't, we don't teach them how to use it or anything. So as long as they can launch it and get into it, then it's up to them to work with vendor, either to figure out how to use it, or work with an app analyst. That thing. Nice. I remember dial up. Dial up's good. Get like 10 minutes to load a picture. And it was like doot, 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 doot. That's funny, Sean. That is pretty funny. I I when I worked at a different company, I worked for the company I work with now for 5 years. I left and went somewhere else for a couple years. They needed a couple more people, decided to outsource me, and eliminated my position. So I went back to this company. And yeah, it was funny because a couple times at that other company, I was everything. I was the network admin, but I literally did everything IT there. So everything from the phones to the network, PCs, and everything in between. And Charter came at that time. It was Charter, now it's Spectrum, right? Well, they came and did a quality test on the pole outside, and they actually shorted out the line, and we were down, and our redundant line was down. And so a mostly internet based company down for like 4 hours, and they were freaking out. And they're like, well, pretty much the same thing. Did you let them know? Did you email them and tell them that it's out? I'm like, you can't email if your internet's out. Luckily, I knew a guy that worked. I called him, and he was working on the pole, but there's nothing I could do at the pole. And they kept asking me, like, can't you just fix it? I was like, well, I could climb up that pole, and you know, I don't know. It's pretty funny. But there's always times like that when you're the only guy in the whole shop. When something goes on wrong, it doesn't matter if it's your responsibility or not. They all come to you anyway. But that's all part of the fun, right? That's funny. Yeah. I had an Apple IIe as well when I was younger growing up. That was the first computer I remember ever having, and I think a few of us probably did. And nice. Um, Good old Apple IIe playing like Oregon Trail and Sean. You said you're doing Internet Tech Support before Internet Explorer was released. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, right. What's your speeds now, like around the country, wherever you guys are at? What do you get now for speeds? You still have your Commodore 64. That is awesome. Uh, nice. I What are we doing now? I think it's through say 200 or 200 or 300. I can't even remember now what charter pulls us, but I think it's 200 by 11 is my official speeds here. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm on cable as well. I think you're right. 200 by 15 or 200 by 11 or something. It's that spectrum stuff. Oh. 56K modem. You just have like 356K modems laying around and all connected at once. One Bad Marine, what's up, man? Fiber 1 gig. Oh man, old curmudgeon. I wish I was in that boat. I have not convinced my wife to go fiber. They just Charter just laid fiber, or no, they just laid gigabit speeds here, and I can connect, but I have to justify the extra cost, and we're not there yet. I think I sent you, Luke. I sent you a link. You should be able to join with the link. If not, let me know, and I'll get you one. Let's see. Nice. There he is. There's the man. Can you hear me?
This will work for a little while. The wife and son are out doing their PokeGo stuff.
Nice. For let me turn my stuff down. I don't have my headphones on. If for some reason I start echoing, just let me know and I'll go grab my headphones.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I had to get new batteries to put in my boat and
Nice.
get them put in before I run out of time.
Sweet. Well, we're just kind of
ready to head to Idaho, and I'll be out there most of the summer. So that means maybe 3 fly-ins.
Oh, wow.
For other stuff for the rest of the summer. So,
sheesh,
the button stuff up.
Man, Idaho, that's potato country, right?
Yeah, it's actually now the new crop is basically seed oil crops.
Nice. Yeah. So if anyone out there has any questions, Luke is here. We're actually just BSing about IT and internet speeds that we used to have and and current internet speeds now. So we were just talking about that's pretty much what we were talking about, just random stuff tonight. Kind of did a quick update on shipping and getting stuff ready to go to get shipped, and I just thought I'd finally pipe in.
I won one of the best types of prizes to win on the Thung King 2-year anniversary thing the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you only need the codes to enter to get a computer program, so I don't have to ship anything.
You know what? When I watched it back, I do remember. I think you got that. Was it a code for that app or something for the Thingiverse app?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to make it go way faster and allow you to do it from your phone.
That's awesome.
To be honest with you, I've been so busy I haven't even put it on yet, but I got the code now. So
Dutch says
crazy. I've been getting my garage ready. I'm sorry.
Nice.
But I got some work done on the printer, so I have all the printers up now. 5 printers are all working. I had a run on bad connectors, the push-pull connectors.
Oh, gotcha.
So I have another batch of those coming tomorrow. So technically one of them is still down, but that new basket case I got in, I've got it running now. It's got a new card in it.
Yeah, that thing came in pretty rough.
Yeah. I wish I could share the pictures with the guys in the chat. They'd understand what we mean by true basket case. I mean, the people hadn't quite got every nut, bolt, and screw loose out of it, but it was more disassembled than when it comes new in the box.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
Another guy that is on the stream sometimes emailed me, and I hooked him up with
Lindsay.
Yeah, he picked up one of those CR10S Pros.
Yeah,
and I'm really hoping it comes good. There's
going to be some work. My buddy that got hit the other 10S Pro, and he ended up getting 2 more enders from him.
Oh wow!
But anyhow, the 10S Pro, they'd actually broke the SD card off in the SD card slot, so he's currently running it by USB.
Gotcha.
And they've got him a new card coming or whatever. But
nice.
But Neither one of them was so bad that he couldn't get them at least functioning when they first arrived.
Dutch says, thanks for your service, Luke.
Oh, no problem.
And let's see what else we got here. Brian, I don't remember what the name of it was. It was an app for Android, I can tell you that. And it was supposedly like 1,000 times faster to search Thingiverse and stuff. But I can't remember what the name of it was.
Give me a sec. I'll click on the link that I'm supposed to go to, and it'll tell us what the name of it is. I'm sure it'll be really intuitive once we see it. But
right, Sean, thanks for that heads up too. That sounds like there's a plugin to speed up Thingiverse on Google Chrome. An iOS guy, not so much use to you. I'm sorry to hear that. No, I'm just joking.
I'm entering my code.
Right.
I thought it was going to give me the thing straight through. But...
You know what's funny is that we look at, I just scrolled up and I saw somebody talking about,
I copied and pasted the wrong
thing. We talk about space like we were talking about computers and stuff like that, and we take for granted like how cheap space is. Gigabytes of RAM for cheap, and then you think of a 3D printing motherboard, that comes with, what does the actual Creality ones come with, like 64, like I don't even know. Do you know what they do? Because I know we were talking about this.
I know that you can't get all the functions you want in there without parsing some stuff out.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's 64. I can't remember, but I know we were talking to Tim. I was like, how much space is this going to have? And it was something like, 32 megabytes or megabits. And I was just like, that's a small upgrade. Don't quote me on that, but it was like a real considerable upgrade. I'm just thinking you could run.
If you want to go down a trip on memory lane, I mean, I go back to when the VIC-20 and the Commodore 64 rolled up. But
nice.
Remember our science teacher had a 256 was it kilobyte? No, megabyte. I think it might have been megabyte. Was it megabyte? He had an expansion motherboard to get past the stock 64. Nice. It was a 64 megabyte, right? That was what the 64, the Commodore 64 was. So yeah, he had a 256 megabyte expansion motherboard, and it had little lights on it. I mean, it just stuck out the back of the thing.
Nice. Someone earlier said they still have their Commodore.
Yeah. We have a local group that
still has stuff.
Does that stuff.
Nice.
They go, like, I don't know if it's once a month or a couple nights a month. Anyways, they get together at the local pizza place and have pizza and drag out all the old whatever, Omega cool. Systems. It's not all Atari and Commodore centric, but all the old crap.
Nice. Did you see Rick's comment?
I was trying to figure out what the name of that program was, and copying and pasting this shit. But
that's all good. He said the issue he was having with his 10S Pro turned out to be the daughter board under the extruder was bad. The sensor was constantly triggered. Looks like the previous owner had the same issue. Also, they broke the connector on the ribbon cable, and they cut and spliced the wire for the sensor.
So it was 256 kilobyte. So yeah, that was nice. Pretty.
Atari,
yes. There's something else, but
I know we're like a 3D printing channel, but we're talking about all these fun stuff. Like, does anybody remember Intellivision? I have an Intellivision system still.
I mean, you look at the processors for these things; they're not much more advanced than the old Atari 2600 controllers.
Right.
You get right down to the brass tacks, what they got stuffed in there. Bare bones, the minimum they can get away with.
Oh, nice. Someone said the app is called Cover Art 3D Geeks.
Yeah, that's what it is. Eventually, I'll get it. The code copied and pasted. I don't know. That keeps on it to copy it, but when I go to the clipboard to put it in the thing, it's bringing up something different.
So Daniel, I had one. Remember, I don't know if you had Burger Time, but Burger Time was a big family favorite in my house in Intellivision. But so I got Let's see. What do I got going? Oh, I was just telling these guys. A friend of mine that bringing over his Ender, and we're gonna. I got to film some
Give
stuff
it
on
the
the
works.
base. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade it. He has all like a ton of stuff, but hasn't done much to it yet. And I need to film some stuff on a basic one,
Right,
like one that's not all modified. And I was
right.
like, oh, this would be perfect because now mine have the other extruders on them, and they have the. So I got some stuff coming up that's going to be cool. I can actually shoot it on a, on one that's looks like you get from the factory.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry I've been hanging out my updates so long. It's just life's been crazy.
All right.
Once I'm away from here and on the road, I'll have nothing to do but that kind of stuff, and I can
Yeah, it's all good. We
wrap
we
it up.
definitely understand. It's life.
The crazy
Life
part
rolls,
is,
whether we like it or not.
I haven't got them pinned down yet, but I might. It sounds like I might be getting our artillery signed by Sidewinder, and it might be another. All right, ship it to my hotel, please.
Sweet. That would be
But
sweet.
I'm traveling with two Ender 3s, and then the other 3 printers will be set up here, so at the house, so my boys will run them for me.
That's really funny, Daniel. Stone Wallace says at the Edutech of Luke, I'm running MKS Gen L now. What 32-bit board do you suggest?
Now that one's definitely for you because I'm the run it stock and help the beginners guy. I'm not the board upgrade guy.
That's a good question. I gotta say, the Duet Wi-Fi board that came on that CME CNC, that Rostock, is phenomenal. I love that board, but it's very expensive. I think if you hang out, if you're running an MKS Gen L now, you probably don't have to upgrade, right? But I think if you hang out for a little bit of time, you'll see some new stuff on the market very quickly. And I think that's what you should go with, but I can't give it away yet.
So Sean Butler's talking about putting the anti-backlash things on the 10S Pro. Please don't do that to yourself. You're just asking for problems. That's one of the things that's going to be in my new release of the guide. So those that are listening, you can hear it here first. So as much as people think the anti-backlash helps with once they adjust the drive lead screws against each other to level the arm, you're introducing a bunch of stress into it. And basically, I have a new guide. It's very similar to the X Gantry rework. It's about how to get them timed well so that they don't bind up, and you don't need the backlash nuts or anything to stabilize it. I've got both of my Pro Series. Sorry, my son decided to burn something.
I turned around.
But anyhow, I've got both of my machines that have the ABL probing on them to the point where they turn it on as long as I have the bed heated up. They repeat back within 0.04 millimeters or less to the bed leveling and to the nozzle height and all that stuff. If you get them really dialed in, you don't even have to do any live Z offset. So, but those sensors are horrible. If you go to the boards, we had horrible education from Creality. That's what we had.
Yeah.
A lot of misinformation. I've so far, I've physically identified 4 bad probes out of the hundreds of interactions I've had with people, and so I don't know, but they're getting beat up pretty hard, and everybody who's had trouble struggling when somebody new asks, they're like, "Don't get it because of the probe problem." It's not really a probe problem; it's an education problem.
Yeah, it did seem like they put out. They could have
too
been
many
better at what they put out.
firmware updates in a row, but
Yeah. And someone says that the Duet has soldered drivers. I think so. I honestly didn't look, but that is probably true. He was looking at the SKR 1.3. Yes, I would. Well, I don't even know if I can post a link on here yet. Let me see if I can. Let me see real quick, because I'm not going to stay on too much longer.
Sean Butler, hit me up on Facebook. I'll give you the mid revision copy of the guide so you can go through that. I don't want you to have to suffer. I don't want to do a partial update and then another update. It just confuses people and whatever. But I'll get you what you need there. That part's available.
Nice.
You can even edit it and let me know if it doesn't read well.
So I'm just seeing real quick if they put it on their side. I thought they did. Like stuff that's coming up maybe. Because if you're gonna go for a motherboard, and I don't know what kind of printer you were asking about, but the one I'm talking about is direct plug and play. So in an Ender 3.
Sean, it's just Luke Hatfield on Facebook. You shouldn't have to poke around too far to find me. And if you have to do a Facebook search for me, I'll be the guy. I'm either holding. I have two different pictures. I forget which one's up on there. It's either I'm holding a 35-pound Chinook or about the same weight albacore tuna in my hands. That's my other hobby.
I heard the
I'm a
Creality
sponsored fisherman. Huh?
I heard the Creality 114 video, or I'm sorry, motherboard is back in stock. If anybody's up for that, the one that you can buy directly from them with the upgraded drivers.
I didn't get a really good look. I should look at what's on them now, but I bought two new boards for I had a problem on one that I thought I had a bad board, wasn't, but I bought two new boards the other day, just drop shipped them out to Amazon. They are the 1.1.4.
Nice.
And I haven't run that one because of the coupler thing, but I didn't notice the steppers being super loud on the homing, but I'm not sure if it's the newer ones or not.
Nice.
I really don't get too worked up on that because for $6 I can throw some dampeners on there if it doesn't have it.
Right. Oh, I think I may have found it. Here you go. I'll put this link on. I think I can link stuff on my own chat, right?
Yeah, you can put one in your own.
This is what I'm talking about. So let me just minimize this. So check out that link. It's coming soon. It's going to be, and I've seen the prototypes, and that thing is awesome. So
yeah, Tim's 32-bit board, if he brings it out, will be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I just linked, and it's I saw it in action and I heard it, and I'm telling you, with his fans, the board, and that new Easy ABL,
It's like
I was standing right next to it, and you could barely hear it running. Like we could stand next to it and have a conversation all day and never know it's running.
Yeah,
so, it's pretty cool. So we won't keep you guys too much longer. I know we're just kind of all BSing here, and anything else you guys want to ask? Shoot it out there. Otherwise, I know Luke's got to fly, and I got to fly pretty quick here.
Yeah. So my wife took off. So depending on how you want to roll, I probably got another, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes.
Maybe yeah, I got to. Oh, the 114 version 2, correct?
Yeah, I don't know if they actually did a version change, but they're definitely shipping them with different steppers on the newer ones.
Yeah,
and I've heard that the pros and the standards are coming out with the new stepper drivers.
See, well, and right now, and I haven't heard it right from Creality, but I think there was a bunch of confusion because everyone was saying, "Hey, mine doesn't have the 2208 drivers on them, 2208," and Creality said, "Wait, that was just a limited run." Mm-hmm. And then I think they had a bunch of people trying to buy them, and they put them back out. But I haven't heard that they're putting them in the printers yet. But maybe someone.
There's a couple that were shipped that I've confirmed that had them. Yeah.
Nice. And that would be sweet if they did that. But I mean, that's going to be awesome. I just remembered.
Sometimes you wonder what's going on over there. I have a contact, but as you know,
right,
that doesn't mean that you're running the show. It just gives you somebody to talk to that somewhat has a moderate understanding of English. I was very frustrated there for a while with the I asked them, just send me the new firmware update so I can check it first to find the flaws, because I'm pretty sure I can find it pretty quick because I know what
Right.
things to make it happen. And they kept putting out new releases, and then so 10 minutes later, all the new users are like, "Oh, this is wrong or that's wrong," and and they were telling me that, "Oh, we're testing it. Our engineers are testing it." I'm like, "Well, your engineers aren't as good at finding fault as
Right.
general users are."
Daniel, good question. A dual extruder. Let's see here. He wants to run dual extruders on an Ender.
Yeah, teaching tech has tons of stuff on the upgrade boards and stuff, and he did
Yeah, I
the
think
the new drivers.
stock right now, but I know TH3D does have a board for the Ender 3 to run dual extruders too.
Yeah, I think teaching tech helped drive the search for the specialty drivers.
Right. Sean, I did upgrade a little bit or update everybody a little earlier. So I officially have everything I need to ship them. So I'm going to get them shipped out pretty quick. Um, yeah, it's been pretty crazy since the stream. I work full time. I own a business and do this. So I got to have time. The problem is when I get home from my normal job, the post office already closed because I work like 30 minutes away, 35 minutes away. So by the time I get home, the post office is closed. So I'm going to try to go Saturday morning and ship out as much as I can Saturday morning before I set up for a wedding.
Old curmudgeon, he says he's stuck with a 5015 noise with a part cooling fan and the hot end. I'm not sure which machine he's on.
I don't know, but I know that fan is awesome.
Yeah.
But you could do if it's the part cooling fan, and it's a 5015, depending on what machine you're on. Can't you just tell it in the G code to drop the fan speed to like 40 or 50%?
Well, there's that chopping mode that Tim enables in all his profiles or whatever.
Right.
I'm not huge on that, but there are ways to try and quiet them down a little bit.
Sure.
I've had, I don't know. I've been using the bullseyes with the adapters, or on the CR10S Pro. I'm using my sort of thingish adapter with the stock fans, and I don't know. I don't find them that noisy. But
Right.
they do adequate on the cooling. I mean, all of my machines will run a 70-degree overhang all day long, and that's pretty aggressive, I think. I mean, I think I could push it closer to 75, 80 if I really, really hammer it, but you lose the support underneath of it once you hit that point.
Right.
Or you got to go to such small layers that you don't get anything done.
Old curmudgeon says he's on an Ender 3. It's just the fan noise, not the PWM. Did you have a 5015 on your fan noise on your Ender 3? If you do,
No, I just do the bullseye that reuses the stock
right.
fan.
I was wondering if he did, because then he's probably using like a Pets Fang or something.
Yeah, he probably got a Pets Fang with the single 5015 or something set up. Which, I mean, it's an acceptable setup, but
Right.
most of the people I know that run them, the 5015s, they're running at 40% is equivalent to 100% of the standard.
Right.
And then if you want to drop it down for partial cooling, like PETG doesn't like full cooling. So, I mean, you're looking at dropping down to 10 or 15%, and then it gets to be a driving problem, right?
Right.
Because they hardly want to drive, or you got to run it up higher and then bring it back down and then hope that it doesn't cut out.
Oh, he went with the dual Pets Fang. That thing is a beast.
Oh, well, yeah.
Daniel, I can't say anything specific. I can say that we had to take down a video on the site for Murph, and we had to take some stuff down I know Tim had to take some stuff down because after Murph, someone went to his manufacturer for boards, and they did the same thing for his new Easy ABL sensor, but and tried to undercut the manufacturer and take his boards before he even got them. So I can't talk about him until he releases them.
Yeah.
I can tell you that when he does release them, I'm gonna for sure get one, and I can tell you that the prototype, the beta board that I was next to
First
is phenomenal. And it's a direct replacement too. I mean, that's what really was really cool to me because
and a bolt right in.
yeah, it'll bolt right in, right, and then you just drop your firmware and go from there. But yeah, Stone Wallace, you got that right. If I convert to direct extruder, then I'll look to Bullseye. Yeah, well, the Pets Fang is pretty good too. I mean,
My dogs are getting ready to bark. I got to mute.
oh yeah, that's awesome. I saw a tail flying in the background there for a second. I've seen some. I never did it. All I use, one of mine is completely stock, and one of mine has the Bullseye on it, and I like them both. Just like one of them, the one with the Bullseye has a BL Touch, and the stock one, fan-wise, has the Easy ABL.
Go show my dog.
Was it he or she?
This is BB. She's 3 or 4 years old now. But
Nice.
I literally found her on the road. She'd been lost or whatever. But
nice.
They don't bark a ton. They bark more when our own people come home than anything. Once in a while, when the school kids get off the bus, they want to let us know that they're walking by.
Right.
But between her and we got an 80-pound chocolate lab, they can really put out some volume in here.
Chris Travis, are you talking about the? I'm going to forget what they called that thing, but I did see that. I think Joel did a video on it. Maybe I think Joel did a video on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris. So it's still daylight here. It's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
it's dark here.
We haven't fixed it yet, but we're getting ready to. So Washington State participates in daylight savings time, and I think that we got all the right stuff set up where we're going to leave that program. So there will be no more spring forward, fall back program anymore.
Gotcha.
So
the Zesty Nimble, that's what it was. Yes, I did see it. It looks pretty cool.
It looks like a flexible drive, remote drive or whatever. I don't know.
I
can get such good results with the traditional Bowden, unless you're putting spaghetti noodles down the thing or whatever. I don't really see the need for it, But then again, to be fair, I've done a fair bit of the TPU, but I've never got anything down in that. I always forget how the shore hardness goes, but the stuff that's limp noodle is more like 65, right, on the hardness scale. The Ninja Flex ish.
Oh, that stuff! I heard that stuff's crazy to print.
Yeah, so I've done some TPUs that are reasonably flexible. I mean, I consider them pretty flexible, but they aren't quite, Ninja Flex or worse for softness. But I haven't had any trouble doing it through Capricorn.
Nice. I haven't done much yet. One thing I do need to do more of is actual printing, because I mean, once I got my printer, I printed a little bit, and then I started this and I got hurt, and I really hadn't taken a lot of time to slow down and start printing. Actually, what's really funny is right now I have 2 of those octopus, flexible things printing.
I haven't done one of those, and it may fall under my I'm not going to do it just because everybody else says I have to program.
I wanted to do it just to see I could do it, and then I'm going to set it on my wife's side of her dresser there, and say, here you go. It's for you. But I have one.
I'm doing a lot of commission prints for my friends now.
Nice.
With trying to keep current for Creality to do all of their updates and be relevant for represent all the different models they would like me to represent. I can consign a lot of stuff that I do for basically the cost of plastic with friends to keep the prints going or whatever.
Right. Chris Travis says he bought a CNC Easy Extruder, still has problems with Ninja Flex. Man, I think I haven't tried it on there, but I could see that. I mean, and there's not really anywhere for it to go. I know it would be all floppy in there. How do you like your easy extruder anyways, besides the Ninja Flex.
Yeah, I think I could do it plenty fine. I have the Bondtech on my one ender, and
Oh,
I'd
nice.
like to try the Ninja Flex on that. It's pretty well constrained. Although
I
I'm
heard
running
it.
it backwards. Everybody always points that out. They're like, you're going through the thing backwards. I'm like, it can go either way. I actually had some guy contact Bondtech. Like, are you sure that he can run it backwards?
That's
They're
funny.
like, yes, you can run it either way, whatever suits you.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there on the video here. I made a mistake on the video I did with the EZR extruder. So the instructions I had when I was using to build my EZR extruder came from the Rostock Max V4. And in those instructions, it tells you not to tighten the grub screw against the flat part of the shaft. Use the round part. And I got some people commenting, and I actually went, and if you look for the instructions under just the EZR, it tells you to use the flat. If you're in the Rostock Max V4 instructions, it tells you not to. So I got clarification now. And the
I
reason
wonder if
do
it's
that,
causing an out of round issue because people are getting more purchase on that when they drive it or something.
well, it's actually a space issue. So if it goes on the flat side, on the Rostock, it can actually slip off because of where it's mounted. And so that came straight from those guys. So when you install it on an Ender or any of our style printers not on the CNC, use the flat side of the shaft. So I put it in the description, and I pinned a tag, I pinned a comment because people are questioning that, and that's my fault. I was
haven't
going
gotten
off
to doing it yet, but it used to be. I mean, I was a machinist, right? So we used to do plenty of stuff that was driven with grub screws on a round shaft. We just spot drill a little dimple where you want the screw to anchor at, and it creates a little sort of positive drive thing as long as you don't overrun the shear value of the amount of the nose
Sure.
in there or whatever. It was fine.
That makes sense. So nice. Well,
That's about my team, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna get flying pretty quick here. I appreciate everybody for popping in, though. That's pretty awesome. Just for a random stream on a Wednesday. We do have a video coming out. I got to talk to Caleb. I can't remember if we're gonna drop it tomorrow or Friday, but either way, one will be coming out pretty quick. And then we're gonna have videos on Wednesday and Saturday. And if that varies a little bit, it might, but we'll do like a live stream like we did tonight if I don't drop actual video today.
And next week stops the heat break. Actually, starts heat. The
Oh
heat
yes,
break
yes.
starts next week.
Isn't that this weekend?
Is it this Friday? Oh yeah, it was the 4th, right? Which is
I think
Friday.
it's this Friday or Saturday.
Right, yeah, so
No,
Friday night. So those,
Yeah.
Friday. I'm gonna try and be on, but I don't know how it's gonna go.
We'll throw some information out. I'll ask Timothy threw any information out too. I don't think I can be at that one. I got pulled into a wedding, a very, very last minute wedding this week. Like they literally contacted me this past Saturday for a wedding this Saturday. And luckily I just happened to take that day off to hang out with friends. And so I talked to my friends.
You gave them the short notice brace, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's what are you going to do? I gave him my normal price, but my goal in life is to get more. Yeah, I'm all word of mouth, so we'll be happy and we'll be okay, and it'll be a lot of fun. But I have to work instead of.
When I had my construction business, I never spent any money on advertising. Just having a good reputation, I had more work than I could shake the stick at.
Right.
All right, so we got ribs coming out of the oven, and that means the fire alarm is going to go off one more time because it likes to do that. So I'm going to sign off. But it was good seeing you guys. Anybody on there that has questions that you didn't get answered here or whatever, I'm very approachable on Facebook. Just hit me with the PM. I may not get to you right away, but when I get a chance, I'll answer your questions. there's no secrets. Everybody, I think, knows that I'm out to help people, and we try and do our best.
Right. Amen. I appreciate that. And like Luke said, if you want to hit him up on Facebook, it's Luke Hatfield, and you can find him in pretty much all of the groups. Just go to the groups and type Luke, and you'll find him. But thank you so much for coming, Luke. I appreciate it.
No
Have a good night. And I think there was a couple quick questions at the end. The filament drawing box we saw at Murph. I cannot remember what it was called, but
It's going to do it in a second.
a little bit weird how it worked. I'm trying to remember who did a review on that. It was either Thomas or Joel. I think it was Thomas Sandlander did a video on that, and I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I'd have to see it a little more, but of course, I don't have one, so I just saw it there while we were walking around. Noctua, I don't know about the Noctua. I have one downstairs. Actually, I've never installed one, but I'm going to on the Rostock Max V4 because the fan that's in the bottom it's awesome. It blows really hard and fast, but it's really loud, so I'm going to shut it down a little bit, but I'm actually going to keep it on the loudest, or not the loudest, but the fastest setting. With the Noctua fans, they come with 3 different cables that you can use to make them different speeds, which affects the sound. And I'm going to keep it as the fastest one, which will still probably be half as loud or less than the one that's currently in there. No problem. That's, I think the whole community is all out, mostly out to help each other, and that's what we're all for. That's why when people ask questions in the chat, everybody responds, or most people, or whoever can respond, which is pretty cool. But yes, Philodry. There you go. Philodry. But cool. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And we will see you next time I do a live stream in person, but hopefully some really cool videos coming out in the next day or two here. And if you ever have any questions, shoot me an email, jim@theedgeoftech.com. I don't know if you can message on YouTube anymore, but email is better anyway. Shoot me an email. Always comment on the videos if you have questions. I try to do my best to respond to everybody's comments right now. So I appreciate it. Thank you much for hanging out with me for a little over an hour. And like I said, you need anything, just let us know. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much.